Well, hi, good morning. Thank you for joining me here in my shop. Today is January 9th, and the weather here is going to take a turn. It's not going to get colder, but it's going to snow. And this would not be anything special, except this winter there's been almost no snow here, and it's been hovering around 0 degrees. Very unusual weather. We're going to take a look at the weather map in just a moment at what's coming this way. So later today I'll be out with the snowblower, I'm pretty sure. So this radio, I think mostly the electronic work is finished. Now it's just a matter of getting it back in its cabinet and dealing with the magic eye. I'm going to find a decent magic eye. I'm sure I've got one somewhere. And we're going to fix up these lights. I already noticed something about these lights. So this has been laying loose all this time just down here, and the bulb is burned out, I'm sure. So I'm going to put these on. There's a riveted piece coming out that the light goes on. So that's one light. Now there's another one on the other side. These lights are very, very precisely positioned in order to do the job right. So, okay, here we go. Here's the other light. And I'll put it on the thing. Where's the thing? There's no bracket sticking out. Instead, there's an open rivet hole. This one's riveted. That's the rivet. Well, that's actually a screw. It's not a rivet. It's a screw holding the bracket. What's with the bracket? Who took the bracket off and then left it? Me? Did I do that? Did I take that bracket off? I don't remember doing anything like that. I don't see any bracket laying around. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. It's quite important to have these lights positioned properly. The real trick of these lights is to get the filament, which is right inside the bulb, which produces all the light. It's a pinpoint source of light. And make sure that that pinpoint is lined up with the glass here properly. Because, you know, the bulk of the photons will then, or a large number of photons will then strike the glass and enter the glass. Passing through the glass, they will light up this display. It'll look fantastic. But the bracket. Well, maybe it's around and I've just forgotten about it. So I'm going to go on a bracket hunt here. I guess I'd have to manufacture one if I can't find one. Or yeah, and I mean the dimension of the metal has to be rather particular if it's going to slide into this grip. So that's my first job. Hunt around my shop and see if I left a bracket laying around here somewhere. While I'm looking for the bracket, I will show you this. So now it's hard to see with all this stuff on the screen here. Maybe I can get rid of some of it. There we are. Okay, so here's a map of the area I live in. I live right here in this city called Aurelia, right here. And just on this lake, which is called Lake Couchiching, which my house overlooks. I can look right across here and see the other shoreline here. And there's Lake Simcoe. This is a pretty large lake, known as one of the best fishing lakes around here, although you can fish in any one of a million lakes that are located in this area. This is a big one. Of course, there we have the big Great Lakes, and I kind of live, well, not in the middle. Anyway, maybe this is kind of the middle down here. Here's Toronto, big Toronto, and just Ottawa and Montreal is up here. Okay, so that's kind of the lie of the land. Let's put the radar back on. And again, here's where I live. It looks like there is snow going over right now. The temperature outside is about 0, so this is probably going to fall as snow. Is it going to stick? That's a good question. But look, I'm just going to zoom out here and give an idea of the size of this storm that's coming. It's gigantic. Now this is a Canadian radar system, so they only map down so far south, but they show the. Look at this. Look at the amount of moisture coming up in here. This is a huge amount of moisture coming up out of the Gulf. I'm sure this is a big stormy thing going on down here in the United States. It must be a like flooding type storm, I would think, offhand. So this is going to come up here and it's going to blow into this area for the next day or so. supposedly it's going to snow here up to about 10 to 15 centimeters and then switch to rain on top of that. So I don't really know what we're going to end up with in the long run. So finally some moisture though, because it's been pretty much right across Canada. Not a lot of precipitation at all this winter, and a really big lack of snow everywhere. Okay, I'll continue the search for the mysterious missing bracket. So I looked in the back of the radio just in case the bracket had somehow stuck in the back of the cabinet, and I made another observation that you can't see in this camera, but the push buttons are still in this radio. We're going to look at them with this camera, get up a little close, see what the heck is going on here with the push buttons. Okay. Now you're going to notice, you might notice a Venetian blind effect in the way this camera is reacting. That's because of the small portable light I'm using. It seems to produce this kind of effect when I use it with the camera. So here we go. Let's just take a look here. So what I'm seeing is wires where there shouldn't be wires, and it looks like the coils have been yanked, like someone's reached in and yanked on the wires of these coils. Well, it looks bad. It looks like it's really disrupted. When I first got this radio, there was a strange wire hanging out of it. Can you see? Yeah, you can see that in the camera. This wire was coming all the way out and down. It was attached to the back of the radio, and so these wires right here, I'm sure they're coil wires, and they've been pulled out. So what happened here, I don't know, but it sure looks like those push buttons are shot. And I was thinking, oh, for a change, I'll actually program all those buttons. But no. Okay, so still haven't found the bracket, but I haven't really been looking for it, to be honest with you. I'm going to start looking now. The bracket, or a bracket. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've saved any such things. I mean, it's not the normal thing you would have. Like you know, the radio with a bracket needs the bracket, so why would I have a spare one? Anyway, off I go looking. Okay, as luck would have it, I found sort of the right bracket. It's not at all the right dimensions, but a little bit of hacksawing and fooling around, and maybe I can make this work. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for the next day for something like this, something else like this that might work better. But I'm lucky enough to have found this bracket in a box of weirdly shaped metal parts. Okay, next thing, see if we can clean the back of this. It's just, you know, dust has been falling down through the crack here, and this back plate is on an angle. It's actually, you know, it's actually warped. It's actually twisted back a bit right up in here. It's bent back instead of being perfectly flat. And this is given a bit of a surface for dust to strike and collect on. So there's a band of dust here going across. Should I try to straighten that out? I don't think so. Now, I could take the glass off the front. This might be the best option with this particular radio. I try to avoid doing that. I don't like taking the glass off. The only way I have to dust in behind is with the feather here. I can put in and dust away. I don't want to do it unless I'm going to do it. It's interesting. There's a very distinct line right here in the dust. You can see an edge. And I'm going to take a guess that that's a dust shadow from this. Why the shadows this way? This radio was on its side somewhere for a while. I can't imagine that. Oh, small things fascinate me. Okay. Well, sometimes, you know, you can make an observation. If you think about it for a bit, it reveals something. So there's only two screws here clamping this glass on. the glass is clamped back against this material here. Probably a felt, like a felt spacer or bar. I think I should take the glass off in this case. As anxious as I am about that. It's not like you can't break the glass when it's on the radio, but it's a lot more likely to break when it's off. Starting right now. Yes, nervousness. Not held on very tight. Am I not the first guy to do this? Okay. There we go. I'm not going to go put this somewhere where I cannot break it. Famous last words. There we go. Now I can clean this much better. So I think I'm just going to do that off camera. It's not too exciting. I'm just going to dust it off. Got to get a vacuum cleaner in here, wailing away too. So, okay, we'll do that. Okay, that was easy enough. Just brush off the dust. Now, glass I'll take care of later. Next thing, I guess we could fiddle with that magic eye at this point. And I'm going to have to dig out one that's good, or semi-good. I have a couple of magic eyes. They are so bright you can read by them. They must be brand new. And I don't want to use those in a radio like this. And then I have some other magic eyes that are, 50%. I'm going to try to find one of those. Okay, let's see what I've managed to collect over the years. So, magic eyes. I think this is a box of dead magic eyes, I think. Okay. And this is the box of good ones here. $6 US. I'm looking for the 6ES. I think that's not quite what we're looking for. Could be wrong. A couple of these they have the 6US. I have to check on the schematic now. Yeah, it's going to be something in there that's going to work. And these ones in these boxes, you can read by those. They're fantastic. Okay, I'm going to check out the schematic here. Okay, here we are. The magic eye is right here, 6 US, according to this. Now this is a different radio, but probably exactly the same wiring. And this is, here it is here, 6 US for sure, 6 US. Okay, we're gonna look for a 6 US. Okay, my tube tester is still set for this type of tube. What it is not plugged in. It's not plugged in. It's plugged in. It's not. Hold on. Maybe. There we go. Let's try this. There we go. Okay. So this is already set for a 6GS. You can see the arrow pointing between these two pins. So these are the heater pins. This goes in here like so. Is this a good one? I've got a pretty bright light going here. I'm going to turn it off essentially. There. We're going to see what shows up here. A whole lot of nothing showing up there. Now, I'm kind of foolish in a way, even though I might test one of these tubes and it proves to be bad. I tend to hang on to them. That's why I've got dead ones. And I think it might be good to just check this out and make sure I've got it right. So, I'm just using a flashlight here quickly. How about that? 6.3. This wasn't set right. Huh. You can see the heater coming on in here now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and A45. That's set right. You have to push the button to turn the light on. Let's find out. So this should be an 18, that's correct. And WX. Okay, here we go. WX. Does the light come on? This shows good, but really we need to look in there, and I don't see any glow in that at all. Let's try another one. So these tubes tend to be worn out in old radios because they would wear out during the normal life of the radio, because these wear out fairly quick. And then the owner would say, well, should I get a new tube? It's expensive. Do I really need it? No, you don't really need it. Oh, forget about it. It wasn't all that much of a thrill anyway. That's kind of what happens. So consequently, a lot of old radios that have these tubes in them have dead ones in it. This thing here. Now this is glowing. No. Yeah. No. Let's do the test button here just to be sure, because I don't know how the tester works. Nothing happening. I'm sure it should be glowing. Just keep going through there. Here's another one. Now let me just check what type this is. This is a 6ES as opposed to a 6US. I think that's different, so we're not going to put that in there. I think it's different. Here's another one. And I don't think there's any... So 6. This one's got a coating on the inside of it there. The structure looks different. Let's grab it. Looks the same. So we're going to test this as if it's a 6 US. I'm pretty sure it is. Arrow, heaters. In you go. Another one. It's just not glowing at all. Push the was WX, and we're getting nothing. It's always showing good on the meter here, but it's not glowing. You can see the heater is definitely heating up. Let's go for another one. How many dead ones have you got? Okay, which one is this now? This also looks like a 6. 6 US it is. In you go. This one does not have an arrow marking the two heavy prongs, but it's these ones here. If none of these glow at all, I'll get another tube tester going. Just nothing at all. WX. This one says bad, 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 bad. They're all bad. Why are you hanging on to these, Jim? I just can't bear to see them go. This one looks like a different, looks different. Let's see. Six. US. Just barely see it there. Let's try it. What's the worst thing that can happen here? I put in the wrong kind of tube. You know, I've never done. I haven't run the short test. Yikes! Better do that now. Should have been doing that. No, flash is good. And there's just no glow. WX. None of these are glowing. Jeepers creepers. That's a lot of tubes I've done already. We're going to get into the boxed tubes soon. Okay, how about you? 6ES. There's a 6US, 6GS, and 6ES. And I don't think they are interchangeable. What's in here? 2-year guarantee. And why are these in my eye collection? These shouldn't be in there. These are not eye tubes at all. They're just ordinary tubes. What are they doing in there? Okay. Should not be in there. US. Looks like a 6 US. 6 US, 6 GS. Okay. Fat pins here. Come on, man. Somebody glow. I'm not finding out this tube tester doesn't work the way I think it does. None of these have shown any glow. Very suspicious. WX. Really? Can you really have that many dead versions of this tube? Holy smokes. Look at my bench there. There's all the tubes we just gone through. Yikes. But it is my pattern to hang on to these. Well, I'm going to take one out that I know is good. Let's take the funny one. Okay, so this one, the display is a little weird. That's the last time I tested it. But it should glow. 6 US. And fat pins here. Now, you really can't put these in the socket the wrong way. The fat pins prevent you from doing that. Unless you get a little muscular with it. Really, just none of these are glowing. Something has gone wrong here. I think something has gone wrong. WX. No glow. Let me set this to, there's two settings on this tube tester for this tube. So let me just get a little more light on the topic here. The other setting is AB456. AB456 0. I think one makes the eye open, the other one makes the eye closed. I believe that's what's happening. Oh my gosh, you see the glow? Okay, did you see this thing go bad? Okay, so I don't know what I've been doing with this tester. I think we're going to change to a different tester. Because, look at the glow on that. Now, let's put one of those bad tubes back in. Supposedly bad tubes. Okay, so this guy, he is a gooder one. This could go on the radio. Now I'm concerned that all those tests I did were bogus. Every one of them. Okay, so we'll go back. W. Run through them again here. Just pushing the W. 6ES. We're not doing this one. Okay, it would appear that the dead tubes are really dead tubes. These two. Okay, this guy. To put them in their own box marked dead. Dead eyes. Dead eye. When you test this many bad tubes in a row, it kind of gives you an unnerved feeling. Now, I think this one may actually be the one out of the radio. But I think it's just going to join my collection of dead tubes. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the one right back in there that glowed. Number one funny. There it goes. Okay, now so you see the eye is basically closed. It's lit all the way around. You can't see it in the camera, but part of this is dull. So it's partially worn out, is what it looks like. Kind of didn't wear out uniformly. Okay, the other test is A45. A45. And now we're pushing WX. And the tube does not glow on this test. You know what? It's time for another tester. Where would I find another tube tester? I don't want to get these mixed up over here. I might find one. Right there. Oh my gosh, the tube tester's on. Oh no. No. Oh my gosh, this has been on for weeks. If I left this on, oh my god, this has been on for weeks, sitting. Shameful, just shameful of me. Okay, now, never mind the self-loathing here. 6US. Six U5 rather. Okay, 6.3. Signal level doesn't matter. Bias just says high. You vary this to vary the eye. 75531. 75531. 6,000. 6,000. E. This doesn't matter. Bias must vary shadow. Okay, we'll start with the tube that appears to work. So in this case we'll be testing the tube tester. Where do you want to go? There. Okay, the glow is coming. same somewhat disturbed pattern. I'm going to try to hold this a little closer if I can. Okay, the eye, which you're having trouble seeing, that it's dark on the left side here. It doesn't look very dark in the camera. Okay, we're going to try to vary it, and it does vary a little bit. Look at that. Look how bright that is. That's beautiful. That's as bright as this pilot light. Okay, that's the guy who's going into the radio. Very bright one. I wonder how many of these are left in the world. Somebody's probably got 1,000 of them in a warehouse somewhere. Okay, we're going to go in. Now, there's a good chance this still won't work because of a resistor that's failed inside. Now I'm not going to put this right through the hole. We're just going to stick it up here on top so we can see it. Now I'm going to stop for a minute. I've got to get the antenna switched on, a couple other things, and we're going to try this, receiving real signals and see what it does. Oh, collapsing tripod. Perpetually collapsing tripod. But I saved the day. Nope. Apparently I did not save the day. Oh my gosh. There we go. Stay there now while I go and drink some coffee. Then we're going to try that eye. Okay, so I'm connected to the outdoor antenna. Here we go. Let's see what this eye does. So some of the stations are pretty strong that I can tune in, and so I'm pretty sure if that the radio is working properly to make the eye operate properly. Okay, here comes the glow. The glow is coming. I think in one case, one radio I set up for someone, I incorporated a switch so they could turn on and off the magic eye. So the eye wasn't on all the time, but just on when you want it to be on, instead of the come and go. I'm going to put a little more light in the room. It may make it easier to see the eye, because it'll force the camera to adjust a bit. Let's see. Yeah, still not a very good image for you, but good enough. Now the pie is at the bottom here. Let's go tuning. I gotta do a better job with the camera because this isn't gonna do the trick here. Maybe if I just get closer. Very, very hard to do this kind of thing, camera-wise. Okay, that's not working very well. Let me try my other camera here. Okay, let's see what this one looks like. Doesn't really look any different, does it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiddle with this eyes, with the camera settings, and see if I can't bring out the eye better. Okay, now we have to fix the focus here. Bear with me a moment. There. Okay, that's good. You can see the eye. Let's tune. Here we go.
Worst game? Are you as good as your best?
I don't know what it is.
That must be like a... There's no modulation there, but there's a... That's why you're never supposed to be quiet at the radio station. That's the French station there.
And she says no one was really around at the time, so she was grateful she was there to help.
Green, see all your favorite boats on display and see the exclusive brands only.
Smarter, but the good news is they don't have to worry about it right now. Sure. They can plant the seed that, hey, Mitch, if you want to stay here and finish your career, you're going to maybe have to take pretty much what you're making now or slightly, like if they want to go path, that's an option. But that'd be crazy for Mitch Marner.
So on the box for this magic eye, I had written funny. And that was to remind me that this eye behaves a little funny. It does. Down here where there should be a nice clear pie, it looks a little worn out. I kind of wonder why it would wear out at the bottom here. It's going to wear out where it's bright. But I don't understand what's happened here. But it is what it is. So there we go. That's an eye for the radio. That's good. We're going to put that in the right spot back behind here. Wonderful. Okay, I don't know what's next. What's next? I don't know. I got to think about it. Well, here's my collection of bits and pieces that I found so far. This bracket, too short. The actual bracket is quite long. It's really got to extend quite a distance out the back here. So this could be reshaped, cut, drilled, and made to work. But it's a lot of work to make this fit the situation. But it's long enough. But it's too wide, etc., etc. This is a plastic piece I found. This would be easy to shape. I could cut it here, do away with this part, and it's roughly the right dimensions. And again, easy to shape. I could narrow this down, make it fit on the clamp. My best choice, I think, is this guy. Believe it or not, this is a microphone clip. Drop your microphone in it. I think with this, if I remove these two outer pieces and then bend this appropriately, it would have to be, if I were here, I have to bend it out, straighten it up. This might be the best piece right here. Yeah. But I'm going to keep looking because it takes time to find these little things here and there. So while I was digging up some more bits and pieces of metal here to consider, I found this guy here. A little hard to see inside, but basically there's a semicircular plate in the back and then a single wire, a heavy wire coming up in the middle. Hard to see it. Then we have this. This could be a contact, and down here I'm pretty sure that's an insulated contact there. Looks like this one goes right to the wire, and this one would be the outside plate. Now what do you think that is? I think that is the same as this. This is a little easier to see. You see the curved plate and the single wire going up the middle. This is a photosensitive tube. You put a voltage between the plate and the wire in the middle, and if you let light come in here, the current flowing through the tube will increase. And I think this is just a smaller version of the same thing. Where did I ever get this from? Who knows? Where did I get this from? I don't know. I don't know. I got so much stuff in here, I got no idea where I even got it from. So I'm going to continue looking for more pieces of metal, but by now I've got 2 or 3 possible solutions in here. Look, this one's nice. This is a nice soft piece of metal. I can bend it easily, cut it easily, maybe make it work. This is similar, very light. This is aluminum, very, very easy to bend and work with. I got this piece this is hard. This is steel or something. It's a little tough, but I could start with a blank like that and make it shape it, make it shape it. Almost correct. Just like 2 millimeters too wide. Just a wee bit too wide. That's wider. This is wider. This certainly isn't. This is narrow. It's just half a millimeter less wide. And of course I got this here. I could always try to shape this piece of aluminum sheet. Those are my options so far, but keep looking. Maybe I'll find some more interesting tubes or something. Digging deep in some boxes, that's what's happening. Okay, So here's the reshaped bracket, which I think would go on here. Oh, great. This goes up in behind this bent wheel. Yeah, so I'm gonna I have to cut this away. Or this is a very large hole here too. I don't think that'll be a problem. So it would sit like that, and the light come up the outside. Yeah, that's one way or another I'm going to get that to work. You just get rid of that bend there. Yeah, I think I can make this work. Now, what if I leave this up and behind the wheel? Have you noticed I've got a bit of a cold here? I've got a cold, or I've got RSV, or I've got COVID, or I've even got the flu, or who knows what it is. Okay, so is it going to interfere with the wheel? What's happened? Something weird has happened here. This is. What just happened? What's the? Something very bad just happened here. What is it? The string has gone completely slack. Why? What the heck? Oh my gosh! What has happened now? No, don't react like that. This is the fun. This is what fun looks like when you're doing these things. What? Oh, it's just completely slack. Oh, it's come off here. Ooh. That's not good. You know what happened? This wheel worked its way back here. I'm going to have to do something to keep these wheels from traveling back. Now I got to put the string back on. I think I left all those tools here. Kind of anticipating more trouble. Didn't I? Hook the string here and bring it back up. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's just... That's the thing about these strings, when they come off, and if you're not careful, a moment later they are really off. They're off everywhere. Okay, now I'm feeling the tension, but for crying, I gotta... Oh, the string has done something funny down here too. Behind this thing, so you can't see it. Oh boy. Okay, need another tool. Another hooky tool. This is not the best. No. Oh my gosh. Break it. Okay, we're back on the spool now. But Why still so loose? Should be tightening right up. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, unhook. We'll stay there. Oh my gosh. That just, yeah, wow, okay. Well, that's disappointing. Wow. It's coming loose everywhere. We're going downhill here. Oh my gosh. We're losing it everywhere. Don't do that. The situation's worse now. Oh, right there. Oh, you monster. Difficulty here is I need the radio up on its side to do this. I think I do. Okay, up onto its side. This gives me access underneath here. Well, very hard time seeing too. I think something's happened up on the other end. What? The other end? What are you talking about? I'm talking to myself, okay? So you may not be able to follow my mumblings here. Yeah, it's off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fix this wheel problem here so it doesn't, because every time the wheel comes back, how am I going to fix that? I think I put some split rubber washers in there. Won't take much. It's got to be a small diameter, like small hole washer, rubber washer. Where have I got those? Because I suspect you get a kick out of looking at junk parts. Here's some. Yeah, that's a drive wheel from a record player. All these that look like washers are actually pulleys. These are all pulleys. No good for me. Now these, of course, this is not the kind of washer I'm looking for. I'm looking for your a tap washer. A very simple thing. I've got them somewhere, and this is a set of grommets here that I have. I could get somewhere with one of these. Like for instance, this. One of these guys. This might be just what the doctor ordered right here. So I do is I'd split it, and then I can push it over the shaft of the wheel here. That's kind of the idea. Split it and shove it in there. It looks to me like it's going to put the brakes on though. And this is very rubbery. And if there's any pressure, back pressure, like if it fits in there tight and snug, you know, I could split this. I could split this. I could do it right now. We'll split this way. Okay. Whoops. Now they're both about the same. This one's a little bit bigger. I'm going to split this way. And I'm going to try to shove that in there. I think it's in there. Okay, well, the wheel still comes back. Well, it didn't seem to do anything. It slipped it. Gotta get a close look in there. Let's get a close look. Oh, I've got this camera. I have to change it looks dark. It's because I set it that way. Let me just fix that. Brightness. There, I like that. Make the sun shine. Okay, let's try again. And went a little too far with that. Okay, hold on. Focus problem now. Let me focus it up pretty close here. Just take 1 second. Okay. Now what can we see that is going on in here? Oh, I see. See, it's caught on the, it's too wide. The piece I put in is too wide. We need a narrower one. I'll try the other one. Just pull this one out. Push it out. There it goes. Okay. The other one's just a little narrower. It's kind of, yeah, this is so soft. I mean, it's too soft maybe. And so it's going to not resist the, see there's a larger diameter on the wheel, of course, because it's sitting over top of a thinner shaft. And I really want this to kind of lock on the thinner shaft. Ooh, 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 string. Now that did it. Okay, that's good. I could apply the same thing to the other wheel. The other wheel is its own problem because it's got a kind of a warpy movement to it. Okay, where are we at now? we're at the point where I have to put the string back on. I think I'm running out of time here because it's getting to be pretty late in the morning. Actually, it's what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's afternoon. Just afternoon. I think I'm going to stop at this point. I have some other things to do today, and the string thing, I don't think I want to get into that at this point because I don't think I have enough nervous capacity to sustain the outrageous fortune that awaits me here. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm just going to plug away further tomorrow and try to get everything hunky-dory. Thanks a lot for watching.